Hello, beautiful souls. It is your girl, Antrinette Shané, aka the Cosmic Medicine Woman. And I am coming on today for today's daily message for Lionsgate. And so this is day 36. And so for today's reading, I've already pre-shuffled. And this message today is for those of you who resonate with being a healer of many different sorts, right? However you help heal the collective, this is for you all. Okay. And so before I get started, I'll announce that my sessions are open. I am a holistic energy healing practitioner, and I help the collective. I help you all to clear stuck, stagnant energies and realign your chakra energies. And so go into my description, find my link there. And I have my package deals. I have my Lionsgate special right now for cord cuttings, chakra clearings. And if you have any questions about session, whether we're aligned, whether you want to work with me, you want more details on what I've just explained, feel free to book a consultation. And for those of you who don't connect with me in that way, thank you for gracing your presence on my channel. And so without further ado, if you haven't been following along with the 50-day daily messages with this series, I have been doing a daily message leading up to Lionsgate. And so hence we're on day 36, which is today's message. Go back, look at some of the other readings. I made a playlist to make it easy for you all to follow along. And so let's get started with this reading. So the decks that I've used, it's all Oracle today. And so I use my Starseed Oracle deck and my African Goddess deck for today's reading. And so I'm just going to lay out the cards. I'll show you as I get through the cards. Even though I've pre-pulled, I'm just going to allow Spirit to channel. I'm an intuitive reader, psychic, medium. So I'm just going to allow this message to kind of flow in here today and see what we get. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking. I don't know what this is on my card. I got something on it. Okay. All right, loves. So with our first card, we have Sekhmet, the Wounded Healer. So again, as I stated before, this is for my healers, right? Many of you identify with being a wounded healer, right? Many of you have a difficult past, I'll say that, challenging past, right? And all of those challenges, traumas, lessons, I like to call them initiation, and, take on the power of the lessons that we have gone through. I identify in this group as well. But many of these lessons were needed for what you are stepping into right now, right? And so for you lovely healers who are coming online, many of you are coming online right now. Many of you have already been walking the path. But as I've stated in some of the messages leading up to now, this specific Lionsgate portal was being highlighted by my guides prior to me even starting this daily message series. And so any messages given right now are pertinent. These are timeless messages, I will say. But for those of you following along right now, many of the healers are coming online right now. I've given some message pertaining to some of the healing that needs to happen right now, some of the work, some of the shadow work, some of the there's a reading particularly that's coming up in my mind right now, that's about healers. Some of you are already in your modalities, already in practice, but right now there's a sense of burnout. There's a sense of needing to recoup, regenerate, to heal, to take it up a notch, take our healing up a notch, whether this is shadow work, or whether this is simply kind of recalibrating and restructuring how you are working currently. There was a sense of, in that reading that I was tuning into, of like burnout or of empathy fatigue, or healers who like the passion, how you are conducting sessions, how you are conducting yourselves right now in your healing practices are kind of at a lull. It's like you don't either have the passion behind it like you once did, you're tired. So in that reading, and I'll say to this reading, because it's coming up into my awareness, that for some of you, it's time to relax a bit. It's time to take a break and to rejuvenate, to recalibrate, right? And this takes me into the next card, deep cellular healing, right? And so as you are relaxing, resting right now, there's a call to, in that reading and in pertinent to this reading, as we go into Lionsgate, the energy is picking up, right? Time is speeding up. Things are going faster. You may be experiencing what I would call, like, not chaos energy, but for chaos energy, for lack of better words, a bit of distorted, like, old traumas coming up, or old people popping up into your awareness, or old feelings coming up, and emotions that need to be processed, that you thought you once processed, but it's coming back up, right? So you didn't quite process it the way that you didn't get to the root of it, right? And so whatever's coming up for you right now, Spirit is asking for you to take a look, take a rest, and to heal thyself, right? To go in, right? On this next part of your journey, maybe you've made it to a certain place, but Spirit will be elevating you, right? Meaning you may have more, you will have more clients coming in. Your level of responsibility will be increasing, right? Be it more clients, more work, right? I'll say work, but whether this is your business expanding, there's going to be more, right? There's going to be an abundance and influx. And in order for you to hold what is coming in, what is being called of you in this next season, as we go through the Lion's Gate, you need to rejuvenate, right? So deep cellular healing, and this may be processing of emotions, right? What also came out was shame, shame and feeling safe, right? Tatuba. So these two, and these have come out, at least this one has come out in one of the earlier readings for sure. But shame here and feeling safe, right? So these, this highlights more of the root chakra, right? The lower chakra. So looking at, and I would say what comes to me for the highlight of the root chakra is more so of like, this is a deeper dive that Spirit is wanting you to take. This is how I'm reading this. And this may be, right? Like, so this may not necessarily be just root chakra healing, but how I'm reading this for this highlight of shame and feeling safe is, I see it as like a highlighting of going down. Like I see it in height, right? Like of going down to the root chakra. So what I'm communicating is, getting to the deep. So even if it's solar plexus or it's the heart, right, or it's the throat chakra, speaking up, it's really about diving deep into said chakra, into said emotion, into said trauma, into said whatever it is that you're healing. It's diving deep into that and getting to the root, into the heart, into the very pulling it out like a weed, peeling back the layers, seeing it for what it truly is, doing the deep, deep work to finally ridding yourself of whatever it is that is coming up right now, that is circling back around into your awareness. Because these energies are, they are energies that are or will take away from what's coming next, right? And so in order to hold this new frequency of abundance, however you are expanding, however you are ascending, however you are being called to step out, to step into purpose in this next season, will require you to shed some of these things that have been maybe more buried, and maybe you've done partial work, but you need to fully clear this, right? Because the people, for some of you, in clearing this and working on this, you will be gathering lessons and wisdom that will be pertinent to the clients that you will be helping next, right? And so let's take this, for instance, shame and feeling safe, right? Let's say there was abandonment issues. You will have clients that as you work through your own abandonment issues, you're going to have an influx of clients who are struggling with the same abandonment wounds, and you're going to be like, oh, I know exactly what that is. It's going to help you identify and assist in fostering and holding space for their healing journey, right? And so yeah, it's time to do the work, and maybe your own shadow work, whatever it is. And maybe it's rest, right? For some of you who are feeling burnt out, what's coming to me, a bit overworked, a bit, it's like your energy is thinned out. Looking at how you can tweak your routines and how you can, critique what you've been doing thus far, right? What is causing your energy to thin out? Maybe you're overworking. Maybe you're not honoring your schedule. You're working later to help out more people. You're showing up and giving more of yourself than is actually required, and that's required of you in the time. So you're overextending yourself, right, in some form or fashion. So looking at those commitments and looking at how you can fine tune the boundaries that you need to set, maybe with yourself, with your clients, with your work, so that you have your rejuvenation time, right? Because you will need to be able to balance this energy out. You will need to be able to balance out the influx of what is coming in. And if you continue this current routine in this current season as you move forward, you will not be able to step fully into and assist those who you are contracted to assist moving forward. And so I know I've given that also in that message, and so I give it to you here again. So with that said, there is a call to trust the timing, right? And so for those of you who are in, this feels like limbo, like being at like almost like suspended energy of like things aren't necessarily, moving energy, but maybe things have slowed down a bit. Maybe things have paused in the business, in your life. Spirit is asking you to trust the timing. Trust the timing of if you're resting, of getting back up and getting back out there. Trust the timing in which you are called to move in this next season. Trust the timing in which you are called to open said business. Trust the timing in which you are conducting matters right now and moving forward, right? And so this gives me those who may be working off of their own clock, right? It's almost like working off of the egoic clock of like things are not unfolding the way that you would want them to unfold or the way that you think they should be unfolding. But this work that you're doing, you are divinely led, right? So it's not your timing, it's Spirit's timing. So trusting the timing, trusting these breadcrumbs that you're following, doing the work, understanding, and not forcing, right? This is the big theme with this. Do not force right now in moving forward, right? Know that you are being divinely led. And as you do your work, right, you have good juju, right? You have good juju in this next season. Knowing also the Star Sisters card comes here, but this is when I say divinely led, your team is working with you, right? And so I've explained in some other videos in this next season, you're working, you are being led in a different way, right? It may feel I'll say words of like magical. It may feel aligned. It may feel like I don't like to use the word coincidence because I don't believe in coincidence, but you may use words like, oh, this is a coincidence. How did he know, she know to do said thing and show up? And this person came out of nowhere and I talked to them. And now I have my partner to move forward and set up the yoga studio and the thing and the right. And so know that you're being divinely led this season, right? Which kind of ties in, which doesn't kind of, which does tie in with trusting the timing, right? You're being divinely led. Things are being set up behind the scenes, right? And so as you step in, as you follow, as you let go, surrender, I'm hearing surrender. As you let go and surrender in this next season, as you hold set to your boundaries, as you create these boundaries and hold steady to those, as you make these adjustments, as you do the healing, as you realign and get yourself ready for this next season, right? Good juju comes with this, right? This is, I said, abundance, right? Abundance comes in with this. To move otherwise will stifle the abundance, will stifle the good juju, right? Be it that you may not be able to hold it, right? It's like an influx of, if you are not building the larger container to hold what is coming in, you won't be able to hold it, right? It's going to spill out, it's going to rupture, it's going to overflow, right? And you're going to be overwhelmed. And so Spirit is asking you to do the groundwork right now, right? Do the groundwork right now. Follow, if you're not used to resting, and I speak from experience, I am still embodying and embracing and honoring, learning to honor when I need to rest, learning to honor when I need to take a break and I just need to sit back, right? And so I just use that as an example of, if Spirit is asking you to honor rest per se, right? The thing that you're not used to because, you know, For me, I'm used to the grind. I'm used to getting at it. I'm used to, right? Like I was once a soldier, and you know, I'm rewiring that part of myself that was on the go, 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 right? And so as I, all right, so where was I at? I'm not even sure where I was at. I'm sorry. One of my children came to my door. So, oh yes, I remember. So as you honor whatever you are being led to do intuitively, right? You're feeling what needs to happen. Follow those intuitive nudges, right? Know that if you're at a standstill and you're being called to heal, put your focus on healing, and know that on the other side of healing is coming up in abundance, right? If you're being called to sit still and get from whatever it is that you're being called to do right now. Lean into it. Give it everything you got, because again, you need this moving forward, right? And so, lastly here, I have big picture thinking, right? This also came out in another reading. So with this card, some of you are what is going to come in your time of rest, what is going to come in as you conduct your healing, as you complete your healing. You will be shown next steps. You will be given vision into, maybe you're a healer, and this is coming in for, and you rent a room, right? But you start to get visions of a retreat center, right? Know that this is the next steps, right? Big picture thinking. Spirit is asking you, maybe these are thoughts and these are visions that are beyond what you had planned for yourself, right? This is part of your purpose, right? So if it wasn't a part of your goal, right? Like maybe you have a 1-year plan or a 5-year plan, and the retreat center was never a part of it. And maybe it was just your one-on-ones, and you had your mindset on maybe doing something different, and you start getting visions, pieces and parts. I'm seeing like someone gets a vision of a retreat center, then they get a vision of like a ceremony room, and then they get a vision of the land, right? Like parts of this vision will come in and come together, right? And so for some of you, this is why you are being called to stand still. This is why you are called to rest. I see it's like the way, like your gifts, like your sight, right? And I talk about the sixth sense, but your clairvoyance is coming online. So be it your dreams, be it that you are able to see. I can see in my dreams, I can see, even like now I can see, right? Like I can see more than just this. And so however your senses come online, however you receive messages, however you receive guidance, this is why Spirit is asking you to pause, to heal. For some of you, as you heal, right? To get a vision. This gives me like destiny. So this is like a vision when I do destiny retrievals, right? And I'll make this a shameless plug of, in my package deals, we have the soul retrieval, whether we're retrieving a disconnected soul part, or if we're doing a destiny retrieval, right? In journeying to the upper realms to get a retrieval of destiny for a client, oftentimes I will get a vision of what is in their destiny, what they're called to do. Be it if they're supposed to write, maybe I see a book, maybe I see singing, maybe I see a retreat center, maybe I see whatever it is that's a part of your destiny, right? And so Spirit is showing me that these visions, that these plans will be dropped into one's awareness. These things can also come in the interactions that one has with another, right? So as you are being divinely guided, maybe you're being divinely guided to be somewhere, to go somewhere, to interact with said person, right? Sometimes the information comes in through external sources. Either way, right? This ability to hold what is coming in requires healing, requires stillness, requires whatever Spirit is asking you to do. Maybe you're being called to move, right? So I'm not just referencing stillness and emotional healing. They are being highlighted here. But what is most important is that right now, for my healers, your guides are working with you, right? There is, as you move through this Lion's Gate, there is a timing of a vision of your purpose, of what you're called to do. So for some of you, it's healing. For some of you, it's rest. For some of you, it may be movement. It may be traveling. It may be connecting with other people. Whatever you're called to do, trust it. Trust the timing. Trust your movement. Your good juju comes in with following the plan, following the directions, following this intuitive nudge that you feel, the vision, the hearing, if you can hear, whatever your sixth senses are, right? Whether you are clairaudient, clairvoyant, claircognizant, however you get information, follow it, right? But maybe you feel body sensations, maybe you have a gut feeling, whatever the case may be, follow it, because what the abundance comes in with you being obedient to what you're called to do. So I will pause. Spirit, is there anything else for the collective? I'm hearing have fun. I'm hearing a song. So good, so good, so good. And then I hear have fun. So have fun. But also what's coming in is that some of you will be receiving messages through music. Yes. So some of you will be receiving messages in music, but also allowing yourself, it also is about, because what I'm feeling right now as I'm listening, there's a vibration. There is a fun feeling that I have in me, like almost like I can go to a party and go dance and just listen to some good music, and like I see someone painting and listening to and just making the space a vibe as you do what you do. So if you're an artist, if you're a painter, I see someone painting, whatever it is that you're called to do, have fun with it. Have fun. If you're resting, how can you make whatever you're healing, right? All shadow work is not fun, right? And so I don't paint that picture, but Spirit does want you to have fun in this next season, right? So turn on some music. Think about the music that puts you in a good vibe, a good resonance. Spirit does want you to stay. There is a certain vibration that you want to be in to magnetize, right? Of course, if you're in a depressive mode or you're listening to angry music, your vibration is not at the frequency for abundance. It's not at the frequency to receive right? Because your energy is in a depressive or lower state. So Spirit wants you to keep your energy in a high state, in a high vibrational state. I'll say that. So have fun, tap into your inner child, do some of the things, you know, if you're called to pause, do some things that you haven't done since a child, or maybe some things you wanted to do as a child that you never explored. Explore that space, and see. So, because for some of you, some new hobbies, some new interests will arise as you give yourself, it's almost like revitalizing, right? Like I see, it's almost like I see someone's energetic field, like almost like on the superhero movies, it's like someone's turning into their superhero status, where their body just like lights up. This is what I see, is like as you do the hobby that you haven't done in a long time, or that maybe you've always wanted to do but you never allowed yourself to do because you've just been busy working. It's like this is like a new sense of like a light, a fire that comes over your being, your body, that like recharges you in a new way. So yeah, have fun. And yeah, whoever you are, whoever resonates with this, what type of healing do you do? Leave a comment, subscribe, like, hype, thumbs up, all of the things in this. But yeah, go healers. I'm rooting for y'all. Leave a comment. What do you do? What are you being called to do? Does this resonate for you? You know, are you doing some different, what visions, and maybe not sharing your visions, right? Like we don't want to spoil, especially the things that we're here to create beforehand. We don't want to, but if you've already like signed for the retreat center and it's ready, or, you know, you're already in the thing and you can share with the collective, like this is already manifested, is already here in the 3D. Share. I am curious, because these don't seem like this doesn't seem like a small win. Like these seem like big wins. This seems like big vision. This seems like beyond vision that we would have for ourselves. So it's like the energy of someone that was like, if I were to I had my 5-year plan, and this superseded what I expected for myself. This superseded what I had planned for myself. Like this is like double, triple my plans, because spirit's a part of this, right? And so because this is divinely led, these are big fish. These are big players in the pond right now of universal healing. So I'm hearing new modality in my head. So maybe you're creating, some of you are creating, you're combining modalities. Like what you're creating doesn't exist, and you're making it your own form of healing, and you will be very successful at it. Yeah. Okay. All right, loves, I'm gonna leave it there. Of course, like I said, if you made it this far, thank you so much. And check me out if you're interested in a reading, if you're interested in just getting a consultation to find out more. Check the description. And until tomorrow, check out the daily readings. There will be 50 in total, so the last one will be on Lionsgate. But all right, my loves, I will leave it there. So I'm out. Peace.